Hi there, day 28th, 5th of November 2014. Slightly different concept today. Really late start to the day. Didn't get this video log done this morning like I normally do. It's now actually 7:30 in the evening, so most of the day is gone. Let's start with the affirmation as usual. I'm just reading off my diary, which I'm keeping affirmation, goals and reflections on yesterday, which is also today, and medium to long term goals. So the affirmation as usual, today I'll do everything in my power to reduce my weight to below 109 kilos by the 25th of December 2014. I'll complete my exercise, eat healthily and focus to ensure my back is as strong as it can be. Looking back on it, we did our walk as we normally do, Nick and I, did my stretches, but Nick and I got talking as we do, and I didn't do my stretches, back stretches and sit-ups, so it was lazy in that sense. There's no excuse. I've got to get back into that tomorrow, so it's not going to be perfect every day. I'm not going to be I will do my best to accomplish everything every day that I want to achieve, but I didn't do it today, so it's another learning curve. On that note, well, a lot of time was wasted today. Wasted being the operative word. Whether these conversations that Nick and I are productive and positive. We're working on our communication styles and our communication skills, so there's a lot of conflict there, a lot of doubts in our relationship and stuff like that. We're working through this coaching program and more open communication, but we start talking. Probably a goal we need to set is to set deadlines on when we're going to stop. We got back from our walk somewhere around 9:30, 10 o'clock I think, and we sat here on the bed talking till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then we had lunch, went to the shops. By the time we got back it was sort of 3, 4 o'clock, so the day was gone. So that means that a lot of the goals that I would have set for the day weren't achieved, but I'm also accepting and embracing that not every day is going to be perfect, so we've got to make do with what each day brings to us, and just make the most of it and try and minimise the number of unproductive days and make them more productive and more efficient. On the plus side, didn't eat much crap, didn't drink, didn't smoke. It's actually day 21 being smoke free, but going into the goals, I want to buy Awaken the Giant Within, so that's my next book that I want to buy. That's an Anthony Robbins book that I read the sample, so that's easily done. I will do that after this. I needed to do 1 to 2 hours of Havana work. I've done an hour's work, all the Open College's work, which I've almost completed. 5 book questions. Now, I haven't done these again today. This is like the 3rd or 4th day in a row. I'm not sure yet what that means, why I keep putting it off, or it doesn't seem to be a high priority. I've got a question whether because this is a 3-month goal to finish these books that it's not a priority now. Exercises I've already addressed, I've done a lot of that, and another point was to change Mum's phone number over, which I didn't do, so that's purely ran out of time. The office is obviously shut at 7:30 at night. Reflections and mentionings. One thing that's really stood out over the last couple of nights' sleep is my dreams. I've never cared for dreams, never remembered them. It's always bored the proverbial crap out of me when anyone wants to decipher dreams and talk about them, and I'm amazed now that I'm still talking about them, even now. They're becoming to the point where I'm actually remembering them, which is really bizarre for me after 40 odd years of not really remembering dreams. Could be the non-smoking, could be not eating bread, it could be a few different things. It could be that my mind's opening up, my subconscious mind's opening up to all this new learning and new reading and capabilities. I'm not sure, but that's just one point I wanted to make. Day 28 and I'm starting to remember and see my dreams. On Melbourne Cup Day yesterday, I mentioned that in yesterday's video. Massive day in Australia for racing. It's an enjoyable day that I have, and my sort of penciled goal yesterday. I don't want to include this as a goal because I see it sort of as gambling and whatnot, but my sort of whispered goal was to just have a few bets and pick whatever can be. So in that sense, I'd normally pick and analyse the papers and pick a trifecta and a first four, and try and pick out the winners and all this sort of stuff. Well, I picked a few random winners that I'd sort of thought over the last couple of days. Didn't put too much thought into it, and I put some mystery trifectas on. Didn't want to analyse it too much, and I was going to put a first four on. I wrote down on a piece of paper, which is just here, all the horses that I wanted to do. 3 columns, the definites, the maybes, and then the no's. As it turned out, I needed to control the situation. I chopped and changed my mind, and what I called over-optimising. I over-optimised my bet. I had to change the flexi bet from making 3% to 5%. Don't know why. Was it greed? Was it dissatisfaction that it wasn't enough? It was hard to say. As it turned out, if I'd just gone on that page that I wrote 4 or 5 days ago, just boxed the first few horses that I wanted, I would have won a percentage of $15,000. Because I put too much thought into it, because I over-optimised, I ended up walking away with absolutely nothing. So the lesson for me to learn out of that is just to let it go. This might sound ridiculous, because I'm trying to overanalyse gambling, but I'm trying to find the good in what I'm learning here, and what I'm trying to achieve for myself is to stop trying to control everything, stop trying to overanalyse everything, stop trying to over-optimise everything, and that's what I want to take of the lesson from there. And what's happened today? Yeah, I spoke about the productivity of today. What else have we got? 88 days left on my 3-month goal. So the 88 days to go on the completing the 3 coaching books. That's what I just earlier. I haven't done the questions again. And 1 paying public speaking gig, which is something I can work on, but I seem to be leaving that till the December conference that I need to go to with Coaching Institute. The 6-month goal is down to 178 days, and that's to have that business cruise fully booked. And the 1-year goal was set down to 363 days, which is to have a successful business earning over $100,000 in this coaching area. And the 3-year goal is to have the unit paid off. So that all revolves around the cruise, the public speaking, the book. So all these goals seem to be business orientated and financially orientated. But that's another day. My final point, I'm curious to know what the purpose of these videos are, if it is just solely for me to record the journey. I'm not sure what people, if anyone's going to watch this, whether they're going to get any enjoyment out of it. I think ultimately they might be a little bit boring. I'm not really that sort of boring person. I like being a bit of a fool, making jokes, and I can't see at this moment how I'm going to bring any comedy to this, or how it could possibly become seen as funny, other than, oh yeah, I'm wearing this shirt again. It's the same shirt that I wear every day for my walk, and I've been that lazy today. I haven't showered today and haven't changed my walking shirt, so that's just down to pure laziness. But after my walk, and fitness stuff, that's when I get changed. So excuse me for wearing the same shirt. Maybe there's someone will get something out of that. But anyway, enough said. That's the 5th of November, done and dusted. Cheers.